going on Trinidad and Tobago? What's going on to all the people on the Facebook and the YouTube? We ask that you all, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the 91.1 FM Talk City YouTube chat. And if you're not following on Facebook yet, then what are you waiting for? Daisy number one talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. If you ain't here, then you're in the wrong place. So you need to make yourself known here by coming and being part of the Big Bad Wrap It Up program in the afternoon with Kingsley and Obi. So I'll be holding it down for a little short for a while until my co-host come back inside. And we're gonna just be, skimming the service today so that the PM would have gotten a really unique opportunity in America, and I'm really grateful for that. That is something I'm truly looking forward to see where that goes. I'm looking forward to seeing just how if we do get nominated. Well, we already nominated, but if we get voted in, that will be a very very beautiful achievement for Trinidad and Tobago. But just to be recognized for the opportunity in itself speaks volumes to the ecosystem and the political climate in Trinidad and Tobago and where the country is heading. So on this afternoon, on my way here, I would have seen that my topic this afternoon with the gang warfare and the gang culture and stuff like that. I know a lot of people, this is a topic a lot of people tend to stay clear of because of ramifications and what could happen of it and things. It's a sensitive topic. And normally, some people would avoid this like the plague. But I tend to touch on these things, because I believe that I could bring a certain narrative or a certain perspective about certain things, being in that environment for a period of time in my life. So this afternoon, there were some young men. I'm guessing they would be basically the six gang or basically the same six gang members. I not summon it up to that. I just summon it up as to the community. There were some young men from the St. Paul Street area and a couple others who were known, Facebook personalities or Instagram personalities, a couple of faces well. And they would have basically gathered to basically keep a protest of peace. Based on the video footage that I would have shown, it could have probably been about 10 guys. 10 guys if so much, but immediately the TTPS was swift in getting to that situation and basically breaking it up immediately, knowing how sketchy that situation could be, because it's not only a case that they came out of where is basically known to be their turf, which is basically on the Pauls, and they were now on Piccadilly Street, which is basically the borderline between the Nelson and the Duncan Street, where other rival factor tends to coexist. Well, they don't coexist, but tend to exist. So you basically had two rival factions literally meeting in the center, or were attempting to meet in the center, when the TTPS would have come and basically run them off. One of the Trinidad artists, apparently, from what they were saying, was there, which is Cayman, I'm guessing. And they were trying to unite for peace, to stop the gang wars and thing taking place in Port of Spain and stuff like that. And it had a couple of interesting clips. So I want to play, some of the clips that was there, so you all could just have an idea of the audio, basically what would have taken place in the environment there. And, give you all some insight into everything that was going on. So this is basically when the police officers arrived at the scene, and they literally stopped basically the gathering of these young individuals. A long time ago.
Well, run them down, Muti, run them down.
Muti don't run there now. I don't want no peace. Muti run there like that. Like the ambulance now.
So basically what you're hearing here is that they would have basically ran the young men from gathering, and that was basically the first part of their basically just telling them, well, listen, you're not allowed to gather, and one of the individuals who was there was a known face from social media, which is Muti X. I know a lot of you all might not know who the individual is, but he's somewhat of a character. And he was there, and basically this is what he had
Tell
to
us why
say
you came out today.
based on
I
the
came out
protest.
this evening here to promote peace. It's have an ongoing war in Trinidad, mainly Trinidad, certain parts of the Caribbean, mainly Trinidad. This ongoing war is slowly becoming a global war. This war has stretched from Trinidad, go right down the Caribbean islands, right?
Just 1 second, please, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm in to do right now.
Superintendent Ramil from the Port Spain Division, right? What's your name, sir?
My name is Nicholas Mukta,
Right.
right?
Do you have permission to have all together this?
If I have permission.
Yeah, to make this public speech that you're doing?
No, I'm a protester.
A protester?
Yeah.
You have no permission to protest.
I'm
sir.
protesting
You're not.
peace.
You're protesting the peace?
Yeah, we came to protect peace. We came to protest peace, right? We came to protest peace in Trinidad. And the police is telling us to go from here, go in our car, move from here. We came to protest peace, and they don't want us to protest peace. So which means they want the killing to go on and on and on and on and on. It don't matter if there's a 5-year-old or a 50-year-old, you are capable of getting bullets in
Sir,
Trinidad and
sir.
Tobago.
I would like you to desist, please, and
That's no problem.
right?
That's no problem, but I'm in the middle of a
Remove yourself, please, sir. Right? Under this SOE, police are the authority to ask you to remove yourself. Please remove yourself, sir.
but they don't have the authority to put their hands on me.
Sir,
I know
no
that.
one has put any hand on you, sir.
Correct. No, you don't have no,
Right,
no,
so
no
please
things to put hand on me.
Allow him
right?
to remove himself, please, sir.
Right.
You're blocking the passageway. Right? On the road.
My uncle, one of the richest men in Trinidad, right?
Out of the roadway, please, and allow him to leave.
They just spit in
Right. So, as you all could have, heard there, or you all would have listened to, that was Muti basically venting his frustration about not being allowed to protest. And he went on to say that his uncle is one of the richest men in Trinidad and Tobago. And I don't know if that was supposed to, convince the officer to let him stay there. But the officer basically interrupted the interview that was being given. He was being given an opportunity to express himself by the 1% media. So, and as you all can see, the narrative stay in school children is a very strong narrative that needs to be said here and now. But the issue was, and based on what I saw, from the video, is not what you do. And I think this is what all these young people don't understand. And I think this was the point that I was trying to make since the situation with even Alyssa protesting. You have these young people who are full of energy, who want to voice their opinion. They have social media following, traction, but the knowledge of what to do and how to do it, nobody seems to be educating them on how to go about that. So then they are coming to keep these protests without understanding that there is standard operating procedures to how you go about it. Now, I know it's going to have some moronic person out there in moron land who is going to say, why it's supposed to have standard operating procedures to protest? Well, you need to ask the former prime minister that, because he was the person who created that. Because where Woodford Square was a place for protest and for voicing your opinion, under Keith, you couldn't do that. He kicked you out of Woodford Square and locked the gates, right? You couldn't come in front of the Red House and protest. You couldn't go anywhere without police and riot showing up. And then they made a legislation or said that in order for you to protest, you need to get permission from the commissioner of police before you come out onto the nation roads. Now, clearly, none of these young men decided to follow standard operating procedure, which was to go to the commissioner of police and ask if they could be given permission to keep a protest. And I think the reason why they would have done that is because they already know somewhere inside, if it was a case that they had asked for that opportunity to keep protests, they would have been shut down immediately. So because of that now, and I'm telling you, the shutdown would have basically taken place because of the optics of what that protest could mean to a lot of people. Now, there was a couple other issues that I would have noticed within that protest taking place that I was paying attention to, right? Time and place. Time and place. The reason why the TTPS would step in a situation like that is because you are about to keep a protest on Piccadilly Street, right? On Piccadilly Street, which happens to be one of the major exit points of majority of the citizens, especially the working class of Trinidad and Tobago, exit Piccadilly Street to get onto the highway to leave Port of Spain. So to see a large portion of youths gathering there, and we already know the stigma that's going to come with seeing them, you know the stereotype, who pants below the bottom, who jersey looking out, who hair nappy, who this, and you're seeing a large gathering of these young men there. The first thing is going to happen, the public, the general public, they're going to become frightened. And I am not asking you, I am telling you based on how the perception of the ghetto is, and because of the history of that area right there, they already know for themselves that that is a very sensitive space. So to see a bunch of youths gathering there, naturally you're going to have an issue come up where the traffic could get backed up. People could try to find alternative routes to come out of the city. And in the process of trying to find those alternative routes to come out of the city, what you could have happening is that you have traffic pile up in other places because one of the major exit points of the city has now been somewhat compromised because a bunch of youth are gathering there to keep a potential protest. So because of that now, you would have had the police moving very swiftly and de-escalating that situation, because not only we don't know all the variables who would have made this announcement for peace. We know that the statement made by the Rasta guy and the Muslim guy the other day was totally debunked. Homeboy did a video pulling out himself, saying that he had nothing to do with no signing peace thing. He don't know where that talk come from. So up comes this new situation where they're saying that they're going to sign peace, and the TTPS not aware of it. Nobody is to say like, okay then, because I thinking if it's a case that you want to sign peace, why not do it in a formal setting where you know you had the TTPS there, a certain level of protection could be given, you know, the general public, it could be covered properly via PR, give the Minister of Homeland Security an opportunity to probably come and say something on it, you know, to show, because you see, public perception is very important. And, you know, and just to go off on a tangent, today I had a very interesting call, but I'll tell all you about it because I had to explain to that guy why public perception is so important. The last thing you want is to have the nation against you. The nation is already at a critical point where we are seeing all these gang violence taking place, all these killings taking place, all these children dying. So the nation already feels a certain way towards gang violence and criminal activity. They don't have empathy, according to Nyla Blackman. There's no empathy for the gang leader. There's no empathy for the criminal element out there. So if you want the nation to see that you all are trying to course correct something, then you should try to go about it in a proper way that makes the nation say, okay then, they're trying to do something different. Let's get behind them on this. You don't just get up willy-nilly and just decide to do something at a point where you know this is one of the main exit points of Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody tries to get through there as fast as possible. And there's reasons for that, because people feel they might get robbed. They saw the big shooting that took place there 2-3 years ago, where the guys spray up the guys on the corner who does be selling and doing the little vending there. So that is an exit point that people tend to try to get through as fast as possible. So to see a bunch of young black men gathering there, not knowing what they're gathering there for, it could easily become a recipe for disaster. And if it is a case that, worst case scenario, you all were saying you all came to sign peace, you all might not know the intention of the other gang or all the individuals, and next minute all of you all show up there, men show up and start to shoot, chaos in the midst of everything, yeah, passengers and pedestrians and people trying to exit the city caught in the middle of that melee, is a recipe for disaster. So my thing is this: I have no problem with the St. Paul Street guys, because like I say, I know people from that community. So I have no problem with them wanting to sign peace. I think it's a good initiative. I think it is something that we need right now. We need it. We need the ecosystem to kind of simmer down, because the pot boiling over. We could be honest, the pot boiling over. But I just think that if you all want to go down that road, you all need to bring the protective agencies into the mix, so that a better collaboration could be done. So that way now the nation now could feel, well, okay then, yes, we need to throw our support behind this. Because even though they mash up the protests, I know there are a lot of silly people who want to say, oh, they're trying to sign peace and the police come and they mash it up. But you all need to understand, the signing of peace is not the issue. It's the time they chose to come to keep our protest to sign peace. Peak hours when the nation is about to shut down and everybody's about to exit and all these different things, the TTPS will naturally go into active mode and say, listen, let us de-escalate this now, because we don't know anything about what is about to take place here. And we need to have a better understanding of what is about to take place here, so that we could better be able to somewhat protect it or keep citizens safe. So with that, I see my co-host has joined me here. So
yes,
I'll give him an opportunity to
we can,
say 2 cents.
Yes, we could take some calls on that topic. Obi, if that's not a problem. So you could pay the numbers and we can call in. What put Alex video to play?
No, I don't play. I'll play all the videos and stuff already.
So if we have any
Voice your opinion live on the air. 622-4911. Or send your WhatsApp voice notes to 394-4911.
Yes,
Talk City 91.1 FM.
Oh yes, get in and let us hear your view on what Obi say and the Obi call it a protest, but I call it a peaceful walk. So get in.
Well, they wasn't walking when I saw them. I saw them sitting down
on
the bench.
Well, I sit for walk then.
Relaxing.
I sit for peace
It was a sit and run way. That is what it was.
I got some information, Obi, that your friend locked up.
My friend? Who's my friend? Me know how much friends, you know. Be careful who you're labeling with friends.
The social media boy. The Hindu eater.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, Kingsley and the brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chief.
Reporter, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to put something in the mix this afternoon, too, because, brothers, let me tell you something. Kingsley, you know, some of you all are young people, and I want to say good afternoon to the elders. And we are watching the younger ones in the talk show arena, bringing the issues to the people. And let me tell you something. You see, when the PNM is in opposition in this country, it is the most dangerous time in the country. Yes, you elders, don't afraid to tell the youths and them that. I ain't afraid to tell them that. And the only solution to this problem is to keep the issues that is going to affect the country down the road. Remember, the PNM that just left office, the last thing they did to the country, not for the country, to the country. They borrowed 500 million US to pay back in 30 years. I am 64 years of age. I went me here. You see, young people, Kingsley, you, the brother, the Heavy, Welch, all of you all who get the opportunity to represent me and the country on national radio for the government of the day. You all have to make sure it works for the betterment of the people. I want to say this before I leave. To the peace meeting they're having right now, we have no problem with peace. Yeah. We need that among the youth. And if they're saying that, we're watching them. We have to watch them and see them make it peace, because I was around with another peace treaty that called it, and it brings the politicians and the police inside of it, and it didn't end off nice.
Exactly.
And if
Exactly.
It didn't end off nice. So this time around, I don't want the population to feel there will be a magic waving rod to stop what it is going on here. Right now, as I speak, if you talk in unity and talk in peace, there's football competitions are going on through the country. Once the Ministry of Sports put any kind of sponsor into any football competition, you, the activists and them of the UNC or the PNM, does it. They just doesn't make it bear no fruit, because it is go to the ministry and get things done. But this time around, we are doing the same thing, going to the ministry to get things done in the community, but it must bear fruit.
Yeah.
And when I say bear fruit, you can't come with no competition, singing nice first prize, and when they're done, they put back these strong youths with them strong legs to sit down back in some corner, put them in proper little job, some real government job, keep them, because you remember we had a movie called The Warlock here? All them brothers, them as youths, and them was in the country and made that just so you know why they don't play that? Because that was an empowerment. Only responsible, Kingsley, you and the brother and all of you all are responsible for the empowerment of the people of Trinidad and Tobago right now under this administration. Here I didn't say black people, I said people and the citizens. Anyhow, I locked on and listening, and I will be following all these programs very closely right now. I'm not making a joke anyhow. Bye.
Okay then, bro. Thank you so much.
And take up Brooklyn now.
Yeah, man. Brooklyn, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon to you, Obi and Kingsley in the studio. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Now, I just want to say that whatever that they call peace walk or peace, this, whatever, I want to say that is nonsense. It was not properly organized. I want to say that is a waste of people's time. And I don't think no gangs or no real warring entity was going to come outside in Port of Spain and meet up just so. Like it's a joke thing. People, you gotta understand, people lose their lives in this thing. In order to organize something like this, which I would be for, right? And I know many of you all would be for. There's supposed to be something that is planned out, well organized, and it's supposed to have little events to build up the day, the actual day, when you could get yourself and your neighbors and the people in your community to say, yes, because of what we see they do together, we now could come together with them to say the war done. Nobody can just come and walk in tongue in some white t-shirts and, you understand, and talk about all they coming to walk for peace. Where? I saw all of them who was in tongue, they living in the same area that was there. They didn't leave where they was from St. Paul Street and go to in John or in Beetham or up Lavanty Hill to say, we coming down from on top there and we're going to walk, or we coming from Mova Junction and we're going to walk straight to Port of Spain. This is the type of organization where people could see. You didn't just start in tongue to cause problems, you know. You say, okay, we want to meet, seeing that the war mostly, we want the gangs, Diego Martin, Carnage, St. Paul Street, Beetham, Caledonia, Mova, you understand? All these places come together, we're going to meet on Mova Junction. By Solo Spaniard, by Harmonized Spaniard, we meeting there.
Yeah.
right? But it must be organized in a way where everybody leaving the hole to come in a place where we could, you know, eat, drink, thing, and then we go and walk to Port of Spain to somewhere where we could say, this is where the
unification taking place. This is where we're gonna say we sign in peace because we all are one and we want better for Trinidad and Tobago. Not just come out and say, you understand? Not just come out and say we're going to tongue and we're gonna work for. How can some little stupid head person might be organized? That's nothing serious. That has some serious. It can just happen. So this is years of violence we're talking about. It's supposed to happen with a organized within communities that start from within the community where we can see the peace amongst their own because it's people in the community killing people in the community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to see it start from there and then it channel down where the police now could say they're going to take a backbench and let them do the thing because the police and the government and everybody else see they mean business. But you don't just come out and say, come and join me, just saw me walk. That was nonsense take place today. That's why it looked like that. It looked jokey to me. And to people all over the world, that today looked jokey. If all it was seriousness, all you have to start thinking, using all your brain and think. I gone.
Yeah, callers, gain and give all your 2 cents. And that is what I'm saying. I am all for peace. But and again, this is where guidance comes in, boy. And you know, when you hear me say that, you see the degenerative culture, boy. Hey, caller, good afternoon.
Good evening. I find to myself, we too old and too young here to listen to the elders. They're supposed to do this thing better than how they just come out. And dress properly too. No with no pants under their bum. Bro, I have a me too. I know nothing about going on wherever. I listen to you all because I get a dream to listen to this radio station too. I just do my thing, brothers. And may the Lord Father bless everybody because I hear on the news they're going to have candlelight dinner, lighting in the crazy in summer.
Yeah, well, I going up the road later to see that.
Well, I want to see. People, I'm the second daughter living in Pittsburgh.
I want to see how much crowd it will.
I want to see what's going on. Candlelight, they should have done a long time. Pray to them, all the light of Jesus all the time, bro. It have a God, everything you're asking for, you just help you.
They need to go and light them candle in Balize house and run all them jumbie. That's what they need to
love
do.
You.
Call I enjoy your afternoon.
Thanks, I'm originally from Bego.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, bless all of you safe in Jesus' name.
You too, Mom. Call good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon, gentlemen. I think they should try to get this fellow they call Pastor Dutton by he and the police and form some little committee or something. So they can't do it on their own.
Okay then. Yeah. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, evening, gentlemen. It seems as though a dose of madness is going over this place. And I'm going to shock you, Obi. I'm going to shock you because I don't play, I just talk straight on talk shows.
Right.
You all know, getting to know me.
Right.
This morning, on the 9 to 12 show, I had the biggest dose of madness on this topic that I have ever heard from two experienced men.
What topic is that?
What topic is that, sir?
Same topic with signing peace and being peace. You want me to tell you what those two men said this morning?
What is it?
I was shocked that how peace demonstrated marching, You can't play back that show from them this morning, Stefan and Mr. X, and you will hear it yourself.
What is it?
They say peace has reached. And they're calling them together. 6, 7, 8, and 9 are signed peace, and we having peace, and they're going to march together. I ain't saying no more. I want you to play it yourself. I know, Obi, I know it's Stefan bringing you on the radio, and that's your partner. Play what went on this morning, and you'll see where the greatest madness went on.
Okay,
thanks, Scholar.
Okay, then,
thanks, Scholar. But
I stop in there.
Thanks, Scholar. Thanks, Scholar.
Play what went on this morning.
Okay then. I'll listen back to you.
Thanks, Scholar. But what I want to say, Obi, I know X and Stefan is very knowledgeable about what they're saying. I know they didn't say nothing bad, so he might be feeling this or anything bad.
Hold on, Before you say you know, they didn't say anything bad. We still can't say that. Can you remember? We didn't
No,
listen to the show.
our confidence in the host on them.
No. I have confidence in the host too.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that we cannot see. Hold on, let me take this call first. Hi, good
Baby
evening.
chum.
Good evening. Tell the last caller, I hope you're still listening. No Stefan or no partner. Bring on, Obi. Or as I call him, Obi-Wan Kenobi on the radio, okay? Right? They say the voice of the people is the voice of who?
God.
The people call for him.
Okay.
Oh, I will take it credit. I think I'm the first person to come out and say, I said it. Bring this young man on the radio. Yep. He owes nobody nothing. Yeah. He has receipts that he can bring to the table, right? And he have a reputation that is impeccable as far as he speaks his mind. He don't tote. He don't carry water for nobody. So don't say that, Stefan is a partner and Stefan get on the... No, Stefan get on the radio. The people call for him. Okay. All right? And I held the flag and I went up that hill. Okay? And I don't stand up for nobody easily like that. You understand? But what come out of his heart and his mouth, right? People with all the degrees and doctorates and all that kind of stuff they have, they're not as articulate. And as a matter of fact, some of them little black hands, they go call me racist because I say black, right? Right, Obi? Some of the little black hands listening right now, right? And I will not dignify identifying people. But you have some who saying, I come on here, and gentlemen, I want to ask you this. I want it on public record. Do I come here and do gymnastics and talk about 5, 6 different things?
No, you don't.
What I do, I draw a correlation and do a comparison and give examples, correct?
Exactly.
Right. Okay? But you see, right? You said something yesterday, and you said it too, Kingsley, right? Listen, you said that is knowledge, is education, does education make you more intelligent than anybody else?
Nope,
it doesn't.
The answer is no.
No, it does not. And as a matter of fact, the world have so much problems today. Who are the ones running the world right now? Most of them have what?
People. All the people
the most so-called educated people and the doctorates, right? You see, the hallowed halls of education, right, is no longer the hallowed halls of education. It's hallowed halls of indoctrination, right? And the little black hands, I want you all to know, because you see, you have a guy, all right, God bless him, you have your own forum and everything, and I hope Mr. COP listening, because you know what? COP could vouch for what I say here, right? You have one, sure, you could support whatever party you have or whatever, you know, that's fine, okay? But people are people, okay? And the fact is, that don't make you more intelligent and more brilliant than anybody else because you have the doctorate or you have a PhD or you have a master's or whatever. Because guess what? How many of you same educated JAs, I don't want to use the word, but you know what I mean, right? Educated donkeys will end up working for somebody who never step up foot in college, or half of them drop out.
True. True.
Bill Gates drop out of college. The guy the Apple computer, he dropped out of college, right? Because you know what? They had an idea and they act on it, okay? And it goes to show you that education is the key out of poverty. I ain't saying no. But at the same time, it don't make you no better than anybody else.
Yep, and that's how I think.
So,
okay. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good. Call.
Yeah. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
First time caller to your program.
Okay then, welcome. Good afternoon.
Ardent listener. Mr. Obi.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Kingsley. Mr. Obi, I've been listening to this program for a while, and you seem to be a very educated young man. And I applaud you for that. But let me tell you something, and I need you to get this, and I wish the whole of Trinidad and Tobago is listening to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I've spent some time in North America, little Caribbean countries, Tobago. Trinidad is the first place that I have ever lived in my whole entire life. I'm 56 years of age. That I've seen the wrong thing seems to be the right thing. People celebrate, I know I'm going to get licks later, but people celebrate the wrong thing here. People lift up the wrong thing here and celebrate it here. And when you see the behavior of some people, you will feel it's the right thing if you're not smart enough. So, my friend, keep trying, but I'm telling you, until human beings like you and myself start to realize the wrong thing is the wrong thing, it will never change. It will never, ever change. I remember once my mom asking me, I'm from Jamaica, and I remember my mom asking me, out of all the countries in the world, why you choose Trinidad? And sometimes she's dead and gone, and then I realized what she was asking me. People need to accept where they are going wrong. Other than that, it will never change. You can try hard, and I applaud you for it, because I listen to your views, and you seem to be a very educated fellow. But I am telling you, until people have it and get it in their head that the wrong thing is the wrong thing, things will never change in this country. Have a good day, sir.
Okay then, caller. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks very much. We're trying to get some donors and yeah. Have any call?
Yeah. So no, caller. Let me tell you something, right? I live in a reality that very few people live in, and when I tell people I'm one of the biggest suckers on planet Earth, people just think I kicks in, but I am, because I genuinely believe that everybody has the ability to change. Everybody. I live in a bubble that is probably just unique to my perspective, and a lot of times I run into walls because of it. I don't live in a realm of racism, even though I know racism exists. I believe that people are people. I am a strong believer in education, but I'm also a very strong believer that you don't have to be educated to be educated. So I always leave room for the ability for growth. And X and Stefan, we talk about the intervention. Now, the reason why I could talk about St. Paul Street is because I lived there. I grew up in the ghetto in Labre. I lived in Silots for a very long period of time in my life. I lived in Lee Platte Marval in the Ravine for a very long period of my life. And the last period of my life before I moved to where I live now was in St. Paul Street. Most of those young men who are youths in St. Paul Street were babies when I was there. So I know the community. I know there's a lot of good in the community, and I know there's a lot of bad. I was friends with the first set of bad boys that used to run St. Paul Street. I went to school with some of them. And I can tell you that some of those guys, the ones that made it out, they now reside in the US and they are doing extremely well for themselves. And it was because somebody came with an intervention. Degenerative behavior is something that is peddled heavily on social media. And the youths, they tend to gravitate to degenerative behavior faster than if they had to basically, they tend to gravitate to it faster than if it was positive influence. And it's very easy for the public or for people to give up on them and say, listen, I am not going to help this person, or I am not going to put up with what this person is trying to do or change about themselves. Now, because of that, you have to understand that when you know about these things, you can't just give up on young people because of that, right? So I understand exactly what you're saying, caller, but I want you to understand that we have to have that level of hope that somebody could reach them. We can't just sum it up to this is the people and the people will never change. Right? It don't really work like that. It really doesn't work like that. So that is why I'm trying to tell you, let's not just, go down that road and say, well, okay then, we give up on them. People are people, they can't change and stuff like that. I think the code now come there, but they're coming to work it out, right? So people, hold on if you're trying to call via WhatsApp, we're trying to get rectified and stuff like that. So, yeah, but if you all want to take calls, you all could send calls through the phone line. So that is what I'm saying. It's not that the protest is not a good idea, but because there is nobody to educate them and tell them, listen, this, because I could tell you, if I was in St. Paul Street and I heard they was going on and keep a protest, I could have come and say, well, listen, here we're going on, fellas. If all they want to do that, let we go to the TTPS. We know the TTPS might try to shut we down, but here what we go do. Let we try and get some more voices out there. So if we could make a couple videos first, tell the TTPS we willing to meet with the Minister of Homeland Security or somebody, let we get them involved. Say, well, listen, we want to get onto this leader, that leader, some of the men on the ground. Say, listen, this thing, Trinidad not safe. We wife, we children. We want to be able to come out and free up ourselves, but we can't do that, fellas. Let we see if we could dial it back. And you open up that communication door. But you see, the thing is, you don't have nobody like that in the community who willing to talk that for them. So how they tend to deal with stuff like that, they tend to, sorry about that. How they tend to deal with stuff like that is how they dealt with it here. They just come out to do something. Now, again, too, this is where the TTPS now has to kind of use some kind of reasoning and understanding. But again, when you have a climate that is so heated with tension, a lot of people, they just say, hey, it's best we just mash up this. I can tell you, if I was a police officer that was there, I might not run them like a dog. I might have said, well, here what is the scene? I would have pulled them in a corner and say, listen, fellas, we understand all they want to keep our protest, but listen, right now it's peak hours, people trying to leave the city. So if there's anything, give us a phone number, give us some kind of information so that we could contact all you and let we see if we could do it proper. Because you have to understand, if they lack the knowledge and the initiative to do it, because here I observe it, it's an effort. One of the key to anything happening, the biggest part of any effort or the biggest part of anything is showing up. I'm gonna take this call. Caller, good afternoon.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, miss.
Finally, someone is really talking about what that young girl is doing. Is it Obi?
Hey, Mr. Martin?
Yeah, well, I'm not really talking about the young girl this evening.
No, but I was driving, coming home.
But it's a generalized thing.
You spoke about how her efforts and nobody guided. And I just want to go on that. And I kept, every time I see her, when I saw David Abdullah there.
She has the wrong people around her. And it's the same thing happened today.
No, well, here, he is an experienced activist. He has been he works with Petrotrin, Mount OWTU and all the protests, and I don't know why people saying, but why now? Under Patrick Manning, there was protest. Under Eric Williams, there was protest. I remember when the nurses dragged a coffin around the Red House in 1981. Now, I am saying David Abdullah could have guided that girl, that she would not have. Let me tell you, you see what is happening to her? She is going, her career will be affected. Because once you get a police report, certain things you can't get.
Yeah.
You're young, she's young. I'm sure she will want to get a job, get a visa, go wherever to study. And this is hampering her. What is happening? You know, and it's sad that these experienced activists could not have guided that girl. Look look at when they went down, they were trying to go to forensic. I mean, I didn't understand the reason for going there. And no, let me tell you, I remember in 1970 in the Black Power days, I never hear Granger, Cabot, none of them announced they was going in the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. They marched down there and they went in. So the police would have stopped them if they'd announced we go in there tomorrow. Oh, please. I hope that she will not get a record and she'll be able to move on with her life. Y'all have a blessed evening.
Well, I could say, take the call. Well, I could say, and she could pay for her record to be cleaned up, so it doesn't matter. Call her. Yeah, that's Miss Digomat. She could pay. But the young girl, I mean, she as everybody knows, she was misled. It was people behind her, and Abdullah, he there just to look for points. That just for me. Again, I am so happy to say that that's this young boy Obi, and before the call that, who was cussing them Hindus and them Hindu girl and them. He now gone for 3 months rest because he been locked up on an intention order, let's call it. So he there for 3 months. So he going to relax himself and reflect about what he was saying, because as I tell people, Mr. Martin, know that too. I was living in Rowley, but I was never violent. I was never violent. I never cuss Rowley. I never go on my social media and use the F word or use the M word against Dr. Rowley. I never did it. And I would never do it, because I understand what people who's listening to me also for me, and that's why my followers love me. And because I don't go on a rampage to criticize and to cuss. No, that was wrong. Definitely wrong. And the young girl was charged because she was a noisemaker. She was just out of place and out of. She was just creating something, but it wasn't real. Yeah, it was just creating something that it wasn't real.
Yeah.
And that was very concerning. So we are taking your calls. We have about 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Until we reach the playway. You know, you love the playway. Playway on a Sunday. And again, yes, we'll be talking tomorrow. We have talk from 6 in the morning to 8. talk. So yes, lock on. I know tomorrow will be a holiday. Everybody will be home. So you'll be locked on 91.1, the only station where we are just the talk. Only station. Yeah. Yep.
So I was saying that there wasn't no intervention. And this is I was explaining what my stance would have been if I was the police that was there. Seeing that it is an attempt, because that is what it is. It's an attempt for peace. What I would have basically done is I would have basically tried to go and have a conversation with them instead of just chasing them away. Because you see now, when you chase them away, you irritate them. And then you remember
to me, and you're now dealing with the issue.
Well,
to me, you now say the right thing, and that is the right thing to say.
Listen. You was outside. I was I just warm up. I don't just I just warm up, right?
Yes. Try to understand them and figure them out.
And that's what I was trying to tell them. Because they don't have anybody in the community to talk sense into them. And that is why I said, if I was still living on the Pauls, because I used to live there, I know all of these young people. If I was still living there, I could have told them, listen, this is not how you go about it.
True.
Let's try to make some videos first, because most of them have big platforms. So if I make a video and say, listen, we're thinking about doing a peace walk, ting, as soon as that goes out, the police is going to find out instantly. If the police then decides they want to come in to find out, or we take the first step and walk to the police station, which is right around the corner from where they live, and we go into the station and say, listen, sir, I'm sure all you would have seen the videos. We really want to try to have some kind of peace conversation or some kind of meeting. If that couldn't be done, when the police showed up there just now, instead of just chasing them away, pull them aside and say, listen, this is not how all leaders go about it, but we love the effort, because the biggest part of any achievement taking place is showing up. They showed up. They were there. So here it is now. You talk to them and say, listen, but we like the initiative, and what we want to do, we want all it to do it a bit better, because now it's peak hours. We have a bunch of people trying to exit the city. Here might be the time and place to do that. But if all you want, we could work out something, or you could probably meet on St. Paul Street Basketball Court, or you could meet on Nelson and Duncan Street Basketball Court, something where that way now all you have are settings. And not only that, we could have some police protection there. So that way now, after you all keep a meeting, if like, we just say the conversation in the meeting, there was a breakdown in dialogue, because there's a breakdown in dialogue now, the police could say, well, okay, half of the police going to the escort this side of the gangs home, and the next half of the police go escort them home. So that way now, nobody can get peshing weng weng. If all you don't know what peshing weng weng is bullet. Nobody can get peshing weng weng on the way home. Everybody, and then we could try again. So what I'm saying is this is where the policing side of it, this is why I've been saying it for the longest while. What we need to bring back is community policing, right? And that is why I said this generation, all these new stupid programs that they have on the thing to educate, and we have to go to the play with just now. All these new stupid programs they have on the YouTube and the TV to educate children, none of those things could ever beat Sesame Street. Because Sesame Street had a song called "A Police is a Person in Your Neighborhood." In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. A fireman is a person in your neighborhood. It was meant to teach children who were the people in the neighborhood that they could look up to. That is why they say that is a person that you meet while you're walking down the street. It's a person that you meet each day. We need to bring back that level of community policing back into the society, where police and community know everybody. They know everybody. Children, as fast as a child get pushed out in the community, as soon as a child come out of belly, everybody must know. But we go into the play with your people, and we'll be right back.
Just place your bet with any mega mix option for Monster.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices.
Pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago, 91.1 Talk City FM.
And the WhatsApp line is back up and running.
Yes, it's running like a thief.
Obi,
doing those thief.
Obi, I want to tell the police service, go up in Sawa. And the same way how you behave this evening along Piccadilly Greens. Because I want to know if Penny get permission. I want to know if Penny get permission to keep a candlelight vision. Because the same behavior, because I want to know that people holding for peace. And
I gas it up.
Don't gas me up. Don't do me that. I'm talking. It's me, Obi. What the police do they? I want to go in Sawa and out the candle. Because that candle is for evil.
Then if that's the case, you're sending the wrong people. You're supposed to send the fire service.
Well, the fire service, the army, the coast guard.
Shoot the water hose and all them.
Because, Obi, that candlelight vision is for evil. They go and pray for good. They go and pray against Kamala. They go and pray for this country to lose that they could win the election. That's what the candlelight vision about.
So Kingsley, take care when we go up the we just set a black and purple candle in it.
Being up there, you go up there. I don't want to be part of the people. I pass the. Take some pictures, you know.
I intend to.
Take some
pictures. If you look sharp, I walk in. I walk in the protest.
Obi, they watching on live.
I walk in the protest.
Obi, you play brave.
I go walk in pay the protest.
You play brave.
You brave. I walk in with a candle. I go start to sing. What a friend we have in Jesus.
you can be acting like one of them, so they go
get
leave you.
vote out. I go in there and sing.
I now see your good friend Dolly.
Hey, delusional Dolly up there.
Yeah.
Don't do me that now, man. She put on a whole pan of mascara.
Makeup.
She crayon heavy on she face.
Makeup.
Lord have
So
mercy.
I am hoping that the police show fairness this afternoon because I want to know who gave the opposition to go up.
Them go get permission, man.
You sure?
Yeah. Them
You
go
sure?
get permission.
Because Obi, you said, I don't know.
Hold on.
Find out for me. You want to find out?
Hold on.
I don't
have
know.
a question to ask. You know me. I like more bacchanal. So I have a question to ask. Let me see if I could game it. Let me see if I could game on the line.
Because
I want him call.
Who's that? But I feel like Philip. I feel like it's Philip. I want to know if they get permission on that SOE to go up there and behave now. Mana. Daddy number, man. So we are calling Philip.
We call it.
Because he see what's been updated.
That's why I calling him. Never get him, boy.
Nah, he don't play that. He answer any phone. He don't.
Nah, he go answer.
You have to be in a cabinet meeting now to not answer his phone.
Yeah. I see them online. Don't worry, we go try back.
Your call has been forwarded.
We go try back.
So Obi, I hope you try back. Listen, but I am saying this Obi, the same energy.
I find Philip should go and keep a protest across from them.
He was going on if you go. So we taking your calls?
Call her, good afternoon.
Call her, you're live.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello?
This is Philip Alexander.
Hey. Is that telling you? Is that telling you? You call back and start. I tell you.
I hear somebody whispering. I hear them talking PNM.
Yeah.
Hey, good afternoon, sir. So I have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Oh God, boy. The
vigil across the road, or we on across the road, or
we want to know what's going on.
We want to know what's going on later, you know.
After you coming up there, you know.
No, well, I say I'm gonna go and light my candles by myself. Just light my candles.
Yeah, I don't telling them. I feel I can walk straight.
No, we not mobilizing and saying we going up there, you know. But I want to ask Minister if Penny, and I don't know if you can find for me if the opposition get permission to hold a candlelight vigil up in a Saturday on a busy evening. Evening could be safety, so I don't know if it could.
Did they get permission to protest and keep candlelight vigil?
The opposition leader put out her statement under the Offences Act, and she said about she gave them the information they're supposed to get, and they're not supposed to wait for permission. You and I know that is pretty much how it is done.
Yeah.
You give them a notification that they have an event.
Yeah, you're going out there.
So she said they didn't receive any prohibition to have the event, and so that is in the media. I saw that in the media.
Okay then. I want to ask.
My problem is this, right? They were in government for 10 years. And they never light a candle for nothing. They never light a candle for
no. Philip, you're not really
nobody.
correct there. You make a little mistake there. I remembered clearly after you embarrassed them that they actually came through your candlelight vigil and light 2 candles and left immediately. I remember that.
Neither me.
No, they did.
He doesn't know how to appear them together.
No, they did. They did. It was they snuck in the lighter candle and the thing. That was the Woodford Square one. How I remember that is because we was by Hall of Justice when 1 or 2 of them sneaking light a candle and they bust out.
Well,
I remember that.
We talking about this supporters, 1 or 2 supporters, but we don't know them. So, but Philip, I want to ask you about tomorrow. What is going to do wrong for Corpus Christi? Could I explain that? I see a video.
Well, we're going to be in Wildflower Park from 10 to noon, and you all are, of course, invited to come.
Okay.
Courtesy the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, who made a couple thousand seedlings available to us.
Okay.
So we're going to be distributing to people of the constituency and environment. And he is bringing some trees, some pui trees, some nice, beautiful yellow pui trees that we're going to plant around Wildflower Park, Savannah and stuff. So we have some planting to do with some other ministers and stuff.
That's nice.
Okay then.
That's nice.
So Philip, how you feel about the convenient village? Because I know a certain one of their mouthpieces said that it had that you kept so much vigil, it had a candle shortage. So apparently it's a candle in stock now.
Listen, these people don't have an original idea of their own. You know, they had to follow us, they had to copy us. They really drown in. I mean, I feel sorry for them. Every time they open their mouth, they expose themselves. You were in office for 10 years. 624 people, record-setting amount of murders in 1 year. And you didn't come out and light a candle for not one of those people.
Exactly. Even the PNM Women's League, nothing.
No, but Asami was murdered. Ashanti was murdered. Andrea was murdered. Akil was murdered. The 4 divers in the pipe were murdered. This fellow Joshua Samuel, as unfortunate as this is, this was a shootout and a chase with police. And we don't know what happened. And it ended tragically. And until there is an inquest and a court matter to ventilate what took place, we don't know. Because, you know, in a situation, when you're dealing with law enforcement, you have to show a certain amount of respect and restraint. Because the situation could run away from you. And because we don't know what took place there, it's difficult to blame the police.
Exactly.
I don't know what the police was facing in the 15 minutes of that chase. We see 3 seconds of a video.
True.
We don't know what went on.
True.
But we know for a fact that people like Andrea and Ashanti and Shannon were murdered.
Right.
Akil Chambers was murdered.
Asami too. Asami also. That is Eagle from the Savannah. And the thing is, you would have walked for almost every one of those situations. You know, you would have had a couple of them that was actually shut down because of the gravity of they trying to silence you and stuff like that.
They never support him.
How do you genuinely feel about them? Because I just call these things convenient tests. So this is a convenient vigil. This is a convenient vigil. How do you genuinely feel?
The PNM that shut down the candlelight movement coming to light candles. God, come on. Come on.
That evil candle, eh? That candle is evil. Like to blind this country, eh? But Minister, I have a next question to ask you. There's a young boy going around using obscene language against people of God, and I hear he's not right now behind bars. You have anything to say about that?
Well, you know, when I saw that video, I said to myself, this man is a madman, and he's going to get himself in very serious trouble. And I'll tell you what, Trinidad is a plural society.
True. You remember I said that?
With an interreligious organization that oversees the existence and the coexistence of all religions peacefully in this plural society. You're going to come. This morning, I'm not lying to you. I did 7 different videos this morning responding to this man, and I had to delete all.
And I watch all.
No, I told you, I had to delete mine because each one was more vexed than the last. I couldn't believe this man said those things. He obviously is an ignoramus. He doesn't know what he is talking about. And I didn't want to go down the path of educating him because religion is a personal thing to a lot of people.
True.
And you're supposed to respect somebody's right to believe. That is one of the foundation rights of Trinidad and Tobago.
Keep that in your house.
He buy that. He buy that.
He bought it also.
And I have one more question before you go. Reshuffle is coming Friday. Penny is saying that she's going to reshuffle, isn't it? Do you expect any change with Giselle? Which name is Benz? John Benz?
If it was up to Philip, that reshuffle would have been a big shovel and a broom to sweep all of them out of parliament.
But who they have there that you can really say you're going to keep? Who?
None.
The truth of the matter is Janelle John Bates and Ragman Roberts are newbies. So you can't hang the failure of the 10 years of PNM around their neck. The only you can hang around their neck is is seeing what PNM stand for and still going and pay a life to join and defend that nonsense. I mean, you could blame them for that. That's a kind of stupidity that I don't think have a cure. But the reality of who she put inside that, Janelle John Bates has to be removed from the Senate. There's no question about it. That is going to drag. Whether they move on or not now is too late. Penny took too long. It's going to drag them down. It will haunt them through the elections. But Janelle John Bates is the smaller of the two.
Okay.
Janelle John Bates had a senior, Faris Al-Rawi.
Exactly.
And if Penny Beckles does not remove Faris Al-Rawi from the Senate, and she only removes Janelle John Bates, that is academic. That is putting on makeup on a pig.
True.
There's a reality that we can't escape. The reality is Faris Al-Rawi, as a senior counsel, understands the rules of evidence, and whether or not he's trying to tell people that he's the Alsing lawyer or not doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He is in the Senate with Janelle John Bates, and he knows Janelle John Bates is on the committee, so he had to have been aware that she was running afoul. And if he saw her breaking the law and did not guide her, he was a co-conspirator after the fact.
Okay, then. Well, thank you so much, Minister, for taking the call.
And you have any closing comment before you go?
And if you do happen to be up there with your candle, I will definitely be behind you with my candle as well. You understand? Just mine might be purple, but I will be there.
Let me tell you what I weigh. I don't want to give the PNM any kind of mileage, any kind of spotlight, any kind of... I don't want to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let them get away with stunting with candles now because my question is, where were you for 10 years?
Exactly.
People were dying. Thousands of people died in this country.
I
you didn't light a match, much as a candle.
Yeah. And let me tell you something.
Thank you very much.
You saying that you are upset that Philip didn't come out with the troops.
Yeah, I vexed.
Philip could mobilize in under half an hour.
Yeah, because caller, you're live.
Caller, good afternoon.
I was
so for you, boy. I'm now watching CNMC and Abim Brown say the appointment that we get on the thing today, that was only making a long time to come.
Amy Brown need to come off however he on.
That was making a long time.
Okay, caller, thanks, caller.
But when I see laugh.
Oh God.
Yes, thanks, caller.
Yeah,
and
Kingsley,
you know, I want to thank the minister. Always open to take calls on this program. And you know when he called it to eat. When you call him,
talk sense.
And you know that he have a level of the ground, how the ground feel. Because he been working in the ground in the last year or so. So he understand how the ground feels. So when I call him, I feel comfortable. But I just let him speak.
Yeah.
Because
did you play the did you hear his video or did you all run it for the caller? Say
no, I
run it or you don't want to run it?
You have it?
Yeah.
Game,
I don't have
run it, man. It's more minutes. Run it. For you. Remember, you say you save it out.
Yeah?
You save the video then.
There was no protest movement more successful than the candlelight movement. There was none. And the candlelight movement was so powerful that it was bringing the public into the space of owning its power, in demanding that the government of the day treat with the issues that were leading to young women in the main being
Yeah, people
murdered.
Give it a silent.
And if we had gotten the support of the government, the issues that we were raising could have protected a lot of people who have died since. We garnered 128,000 physical signatures. No movement of any kind in Trinidad's history has ever been able to do that. And the PNM stopped that peaceful movement. So when you see other people come on the pages to tell you that they got to do something, yeah, they got to do it with the 600 people around the savannah, yeah, because they were no bother to Rowley. They were no threat to the 1%. The candlelight movement was. The candlelight movement was empowering the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And Keith Rowley sent police to stop the candlelight movement and declare a state of emergency. So when they talk to you and they come to pretend that the PNM cares, I want you to remind them that our little girl, Andrea Barrett, when she was found dead, our movement, the candlelight movement, that raised the important issues that would have brought justice into that space, was stopped, blocked, and a state of emergency declared by Kate Rowley. So don't take them on. Don't take on Penny Beckles and this crew that all of a sudden interested in going and light candles. Penny lighting candles because she hoping to be able to benefit from the work that we did. We reject Penelope Beckles and her stunt because Penelope Beckles was in the cabinet. She was in the parliament. She could have come out to us when we went to deliver the 128,000 signatures to the parliament. She didn't. She could have raised it. She could have spoken about it. She could have added her voice. She could have added her signature. She didn't. She didn't care about Andrea, Asami, Ashanti, Shannon, none. She didn't care about any of them. Penny Beckles and the PNM ignored the fact that PNM bigwigs raped and murdered a little 11-year-old boy, Akil Chambers. PNM cabinet ministers, parliamentarians ignored the fact that the PNM murdered 4 divers in a pipe. So when you see this convenient, all of a sudden activism, ignore them. Because this has nothing to do with Joshua Samaru. This protest that is going on there is PNM climbing up. I have no doubt this little girl, Alyssa Phillip, legitimate. She authentic. She might be feeling her pain for her friend. But all the gas that she getting is the PNM blowing wind in her sails to destabilize the UNC. And the PNM doesn't give a damn about Joshua Samaru. The PNM only cares that this happened on the UNC's watch. I want to remind Trinidad and Tobago again, the media said tonight that it averages between 35 and 50 extrajudicial killings every year, and that now is no different. I want to remind Trinidad and Tobago, under massive COVID lockdown and state of emergency under the PNM, 62 people died. They set a record. So the PNM is no arbiter of what should be. The PNM is the problem. The UNC-led Coalition of Interest Government is in office 12 months now. Alistair Guevara is commissioner, less than that. And they've already reduced violent crime by 42%. And they've reduced the occurrences of extrajudicial killings. They cut it in half. So it's not perfect yet, but we're on the way to perfect. And that's good enough for me.
Right, that is her friend, the girl. I already ate him, I never take it in there. But the Philip girl who screamed and the noise maker. The noise maker. The noise maker. And they say, Obi, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. So if the police are alleging her friend in serious darkness, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are.
God. But here, what is he taking?
That's why she get so bad. That's why she be even bad too.
So here is the question I had to say, right? Here is my thing, right? Enter protest now get mashed up in town.
Yep.
Right? St. Paul Street and Nelson's. Who constituencies are those?
Kiss Scotland, Portsmouth, South PNM.
Like PNM constituency.
Kiss Scotland, yes, Portsmouth, South.
Right. You trying to tell me that you all going to keep a candlelight vigil when it are people from all your constituency, 2 rival gangs
trying to come together.
Trying to come together to make peace and all they going on like candle.
But he said come out to show that the office was ready. He
office ready.
He said walk outside.
On top of that, you ain't say, because I'm sure the same way how we get the news that our protest now shut down. What's so hard for Penelope Beckles to say, here what going on all here? Let we cancel this and let we go and keep this protest in St. Paul Street Community Center or St. Paul Street Basketball Court. What's so hard for she to go and keep this on the Nelson's basketball court?
Obi, let me come in here. Them the concern about young African boys killing themselves. What the concern about is moving UNC. Like what the concern about, they don't care if Lavente Road's bad, if they have no school, if they have no water. Take the call. If they have no water.
Caller, good afternoon.
Heavy, I will not give the police wrong for going to stop them match on them. When them match on them, the organizers, before they organize the match, PNM supporters is going TikTok and Facebook, and the kind of remarks that is used on Facebook and TikTok, the police is seeing it and hearing it just like we. So them know the intention that they're going with the match. So PNM creating their own monster, and then they want to blame the police. It's them supporters who creating their own monsters, you know.
Hey,
so when the police seeing them kind of thing and hearing them kind of thing, them have to take front before anything get out of hand. Because I just be watching TikTok and Facebook right through, and I just hear the kind of remarks some of them will be making before the protest they come. And the police will be seeing it just like all of we. So the police not stupid.
True.
Have a blessed night.
Okay then, caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, fellas.
Good afternoon.
Now, Obi, you see that situation with Miss John Bates and the former
Mova.
With Jill Bates and 41st?
Yes, sir. Mova.
Uh-huh.
You hear Philip on the program, you calling some days ago to ask Philip.
What happened? When I tune in late now.
But this is second time you miss him then, because since you call, we call him twice already.
Yeah, that is okay. Thank
Right,
you.
then,
One of the days I go be lucky. I just wasn't lucky this evening. That is okay. I hear one of the call them the first time too, but what okay. Be in and out now, boy. So that was gone.
Okay, move on.
But one of the days I go be lucky to get them when they call them again. That's one thing. But nonetheless, right? This whole situation with John Bates and them, right? Now, it's two things can happen here, right? They're focusing on punishing John Bates. Let me say if it was a situation that she was advised, right, by the former Attorney General to make the adjustment. He should have been the priority to be removed.
Yeah, well, that is why we call it for both of them to be removed.
That is a good idea. Well, I don't need to say anymore. Once all they take that sandwich, they don't know what's going on. Thank you very much. That is my concern.
Yeah. And again, no, the volume down. So press play, the volume down. Yeah, so again, the PNM, the MPs of these areas do not concern about the community in a mess, dilapidated. It ain't good. Because them should have been out there. Scotland's a lawyer. He should be out there with the people and picking the degrees there. That happened next to his office. And he usually wants people up there.
Eh?
He wants people up there.
You find that plenty of people?
Yes. Plenty of people in white up there.
You find that plenty
yes, there's plenty of people. No, I ain't talking about that.
Caller, good afternoon.
I ain't talking about that. Come on. Don't try to do that.
Good afternoon, Kingsley and Obi.
Yeah.
You know that Abraham always making noise, but he wasn't good enough. Anytime you ask Dr. Rowley, who is the member for Diego Martin West, he said, I have a very good candidate. Twice I see they ask him, and he said, we have a very good. He did never choose him. He ended up choosing a DJ in front of him. And you see, he didn't even recognize him. And he didn't make a noise all over TV, all over frontish. The next thing is, I noticed when you call, Ms. Deco Martin always calling, and she will never, when you say Ms. Deco, she don't answer at all. She could talk to somebody else. But we know your voice. We know Ms. Deco Martin since Saturdays in the night show. So, but yeah, what happened? She's a strong PNM, so she probably
dead. That PNM.
Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, I called to talk about the same rebound making a lot of noise. Empty vessel makes the most noise.
Remember the thanks very much. Remember the brass spot were very small in the promenade there. So even if it's a small crowd, it will look large. Right? But I'm not telling you, you can't compare Philip.
You
no, it will look large. But it look like plenty people there in white. And I see a Jeep park up outside there, and I'm still concerned that today
police is there to keep them safe.
Oh, because there's MPs there. High profile people. PNM MPs.
I can't wait to hear what she says. So I can come and pick up on the nonsense.
She's gonna talk about Kamala. That is what that is a silent protest. That's a protest.
Silent PNM rally.
Rally in smart day. It is not a candlelight vision. It is not for the people.
But judging from YC past there, you see anybody candle in that?
No. They go and talk PNM talk.
Hey.
So why the police allowing that happen there? Shut it down now. Shut down that the government and shut it down. Go up in 5 big jeeps.
Rain should have fall.
Go up in 5 big jeeps and shut it down. They can't have them up there.
Oh God, oi. Well, they get Kingsley on.
And you are telling me that again, Obi, your people marching up there as a representative for the area, boy, a MP who get a second term.
Yeah.
You're a lawyer, attorney, a lawyer, senior, a criminal lawyer too. You could have got and help the people and them
And
out there.
I'm telling you, is a convenient test. Convenient test and convenient village.
If Kiss Scotland, friends and them was out there, the boys and them who is Limit, you know, you are go there.
Yeah, oh God.
But nobody, like the boys and them out there, so you have a problem. Kiss Scotland is a nasty man.
Hey, callers, we are going for a break and we will be back very shortly.
Trinidad and Tobago's Talk Powerhouse. Talk City 91.1 FM.
Hey Trisha, I ain't seen you in a while. How business going?
Boy, business real slow these days, you know, and advertising expensive.
You for real?
Trinidad
You in here
and
for
Tobago on the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
YouTube channel. Big up the chat on the YouTube channel. We have Volsang, we have Sukram Singh, right? We have Volsang again. Let's see who else is there. We have Stephen Gomez, we have Jason Mitchell, we have Jenny C. Paul, right? And so many more. I know we boy Cow Squad go come in on the later half. And I want to say pleasant good night to everybody on the Facebook platform. Mr. Mervyn Cornwall, Lucky Lal, Darren Reed, Biznat Passad, Darren, I see Darren right again here, and Abigail Jonathan. Good night to each and every one of you all. Thank you all for tuning into the Big Bad Wrap It Up Show with Kingsley and Obi on the best talk show city talk show in the land. 91.1
the
Talk
wrap
City
up.
FM.
Yes.
Right.
And I know that with the last 90 minutes, so you could get in. Today's Thursday.
Blow up the phones.
I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow is holiday. I know that Trini love holidays. I know they're partying, take the calls.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Robbie.
Good afternoon.
Which good?
Backport, Panadol. Talk fast, Panadol.
Well, what happened last year? Post a video on Facebook with his arm or something there. So, Robbie, how you going, man? I just want to know your followers on Facebook, right?
Right, man.
My name is Panadol Benny from Baco. Just call me Panadol, right? So, Robbie, you are a handsome guy.
Panadol, thanks, Panadol. Thanks.
I need them kind of compliments.
Thanks, Panadol, thanks. And I say tomorrow is a holiday. Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Now people going to plan something good. We're going to pay Indians for Corpus Christi.
Oh, you mean?
Don't do that, boy. You're going to be, don't do that. Don't do that. I see me from yes.
Corpus Christi all year.
I have to go early. I'm not going to take no part in that.
With a big bad truck. And we going up in the Cadillac Vigil. We going up in the Cadillac Vigil later on here. And then when we going up there and play, we need to come out the piano and let the matter on them. We going up inside of there.
Obi do we want desire. He didn't get me caught up in that ship and this.
Hey, we going up in the Cadillac Vigil.
It's religion. A man no get hold for that though. Don't pay people.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Kingsley, what's going on with you? You know, I long time. What about me?
Emancipation Day. People talk.
As I start, call squad reach. Call squad say, come and pick me up.
Like Bacchanal.
What about Kingsley? Nizam, you post up on Facebook. Face with Nizam, where you man. Abusing him and telling him that you know, I mean, Kingsley, when you do your video, you have to remember, Kingsley, you are seeing pro there. You know why? You call me PNM because when I was on the street 91.9 FM, you told me it was Pastor Google, right? Now I was anything on a radio station on the street, right? And Pastor Google make me a PNM where you're going.
Okay, then caller, we go on. Caller, we taking more calls. Come on, people, blow up the phone line. But yeah, so here I'm telling you, bro.
50 minutes to go, Leo.
I really cannot wait to hear what she would have talked about in that that so-called candlelight vigil they keep in. Because imagine you have people from your constituency trying to keep a protest for peace, to stop the killing in the country, and you want to light candle to try to bring a level of hypocrisy to the thing. And you want people to take all this serious, boy. It's just a gimmick thing. And you know what's the thing? Listen, I wonder if PNM really that convinced that all the voter base that brainwashed, boy.
Yes.
Because you can't tell me. Let me take a call. Caller, good afternoon.
It's Obi. Don't get sick, boy. It's an appreciation.
God, boy.
Give my thing here.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, they're gone.
Right?
What the person gone?
Let me tell you something. The reality of it is this. You cannot tell me that all you know, literally know, right? That, look, we have a message here. What is this here? Somebody have a message. So, what is this here? Let's open it up. Here what is the thing, right? You know, all you know for sure.
Let's know, it's this.
And hold a vigil
Stop playing games.
Who say that?
Faris. At he type.
I think that is what the person said.
Said me.
Yeah,
Well, repeat it.
yes, this is it. Kingsley,
Play it,
call
play it.
us.
Hey, play it.
Somebody now send me something here.
Hey,
Only
Michelle,
here.
I'll put clean though, but
Right?
play it.
To pick up a candle and hold a vigil.
Man, what do you mean?
Stop playing games.
Hmm.
No need to hold a candle on a pavement crying for a citizen of this country. On the charade to end. The crocodile tears on a pavement after a tragedy do not help the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
So people, that was Faris Al-Wari concerning the candlelight vigils back in the day. And now, Penelope Beckers is doing the exact same thing. I want all you to think about that.
Games. See games?
Caller, good afternoon.
You know how much money Faris gained this country with that building, boy? Ovi? Wait.
Like you lock onto the phone line alone, boy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but nobody
Must say good evening to the
boy.
351 people on the YouTube. Good evening to you all, and later 20 people on Facebook. I found Facebook was less people, you know.
No. Let me tell you why. A lot of the people rather watch the stream from YouTube because they could put it on the TV and stuff like that and cut back.
More easier to pause and
you
fight
understand? Yeah. They could admire Kingsley Wallet.
Boy, nice
better
boy.
now, boy. You know?
Shiny.
So yeah. But yeah, it's like, oh God, boy, the optics, boy. Everybody in the country looking at all as some jokers right now. It's very hard to take all this serious. And this is what, listen, League of Losers. League of Losers. The PNMB team. I don't care what nobody say. It has nothing they can convince me that version of the PNM is a sensible version of the PNM.
And Obi, I was telling you about the detention order your friend get.
Stop calling that man my friend. Me and them fellas is not a friend. Me never talk to the man. Me never break bread with the man. Me never drink tea with the man.
The man
we don't know the man.
Is he inspired by you? But Obi,
when you hear that man say, Mr. Man, listen, the views expressed by Kingsley is not the views of
Obi.
Opinion Box Media Productions, which is owned by myself.
Obi, that can't get TG man.
I
boy.
never inspired
TG man,
none of them people. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Kingsley? Right? I need some perspiration for my inspiration, and I don't need he own. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. Put some respect on my platform, man. Come on, man. Caller, good afternoon.
East driver, turn back alley.
Yeah, boy. It's madness, boy.
Yes. So, folks, be careful. Remember, we're not lock on. We haven't talked tomorrow again. We haven't.
Somebody say they love the pong the tomato. Corpus Christi tomorrow. You know, you can party now.
I don't want that. I don't want to. Oh God, I don't want to do people them that. Because say me and
Kingsley, it's
Obi.
tomorrow. It is. It's tomorrow. It's Corpus Christi. You want to know why it's at tonight?
God.
It's a candlelight vigil, and in candlelight vigil you could get this.
Hasa ke surwa mai nahi mange damadolwa ke choka mai mange.
We're going up in the candlelight vigil.
Pongi damadol, pongi damadol, pongi pongi tinabol, pongi damadol, pongi tinabol. Damadol.
Let me tell you something, Kingsley. That's what them need. Them need UNC to keep ponging them. That's what they had to get. You understand? Because we know what they give. Right? People dead in pipe. Right? Where was the PNM? Waste of time Women's League. When all them women was dying all over Trinidad and Tobago, them ever light any candle? You ever see them come out and keep any protests? They never. Where was the PNM to say, let we join up with one mantra and touch the road for all these women that was dying across Trinidad and Tobago? Where they was? Right? Or they coming out to keep candlelight vigil now. And 2 children dead in Mofa the other day, Kingsley. The 2 children who dead in Mova, that is not PNM constituency. How they keep no candlelight vigil on the lady young for them 2 little children? Right? What about the little child that was shot on the Savannah field? Right? The mother was executed in front of the little child on the Savannah field. Why they didn't keep no candlelight vigil? Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, so the police just dismantled the crowd today.
Which crowd, boy? The one by Piccadilly Street. They mash up the peace march, yeah. They mash it up. It didn't get a start.
So they tell them go home and bring their guns?
No. What are they telling them that for?
Well, they're wasting time.
We're asking for them to go Sawa and mash up that
good afternoon.
Candlelight.
Good night, Kingsley. Good night, Obi. You talk facts.
Yeah.
Because what was 3 days, right? They made the pipeline, boy. And people didn't come out and protest or show any real concern about
No, brother, let me say it correctly. 4 days there was in a pipe. And you want to know what PNM was doing, why that was going on? They was taking part in carnival.
Oh.
Them was taking part in carnival. I remember that.
Okay.
Obi.
And the whole witnesses
Obi,
in the
I know 5 minutes ago, I know I learned a song, but I'm just saying Obi before I go. Obi, I proved myself right. I now see on the official opposition page a stage set up with a
but I see that a national banner kind of thing.
No, it's stand with PNM thing. So they're gonna talk politics. So it is not a candlelight vision.
And that is
it's
why
a
we
candlelight
need to go
political
up there and
meeting.
play chutney. That's why we need to go and park up there with a truck and play pong the tomato. That's what we have to go and do.
I send me a truck.
You understand?
I said I'm Obi a truck.
That is what I'm telling all you. Right? Listen, let me tell you something. Them lucky I wasn't feeling. I watch how I go and set up a candlelight vigil across from them on that bad mind. On that bad mind.
No, but it's not a candlelight vision. It's a candlelight.
It is a convenient rally.
A political candlelight
is a convenient rally. Say it what it is.
Yeah, okay.
Good afternoon.
Last call for the night.
Now we are. Hey, you watching the clock?
Obi.
You have 10 minutes.
Yeah. Call go ahead.
I no more ads.
That's a song to play.
That small thing that let's play after 7.
After 8 to go and see.
Do you think that 30 grams is enough for other smoke much
Obi
more?
will leave you.
No.
I'll tell you.
Come on.
Yeah,
right? Let me tell you something. Them feel that them beat we head with a stupid stick. I watching Kingsley head here. Me see no boss head on Kingsley head, you know. All you ain't beat Kingsley with no PNM stupid stick, you know. You understand? My hair no boss on it, you know. Right? All you up there in white jersey. Right? All of a sudden, all they get white jersey with print on it. I thought PNM have no money. Eh? All they didn't have no money. Nurses get jersey and a truck.
Just so.
The protesters in front of the DPP building, them get jersey. Then all of a sudden now all they have fresh jersey up there. But all they have no money to go into all the constituencies to do nothing for the people. Youths down in Port of Spain trying to stage a peaceful protest to save lives. And all they up in Sawa lighting candle for somebody who done dead. Imagine that. Youths trying to keep a protest to save lives. And all you up the road lighting candle for somebody who done dead. I want you to understand, right? The silliness that going on there, you know. I don't want you to be daft style, you know. All you need more than sweets, all you need strepsils, you know. All you need to understand, listen, Paulus Penny and that PNM League are losers, them B team. You see all them shumshulums that gathered inside the Quasi right now to listen to that woman talk nonsense. Crap. Where all you was, boy?
Really crap.
Where all you was when 4 men was dying in a pipe and them was whining low in carnival? Where all you was? Where all you was when Captain Fall Down Young come down there and mama guide the family and lie to them and say that they're going and do everything in the power to help them out and never get them men out of that pipe. After one of the fellow colleagues tell them, boy, we hearing the men knocking the pipe. 2 days later, the men knocking the inside of the pipe and begging to be saved, and them let them men dead in that pipe.
And they still knocking the pipe.
And where all you was? Where all you was when the PNM take millions of dollars to do a commission of inquiry, right? when it would have cost them cheaper to save them men. Millions of taxpaying dollars for a commissioner inquiry to turn around and give the family $1 million each of we taxpaying dollars. Just wastage on top of wastage on top of wastage. And all them had to do was send a man down in that flange and save them men in that pipe.
Think it easy.
And now you out there lighting candle. Boy, let me tell you something. Tomorrow I'm working on them drops. Brimstone and fire lightning drop coming. I will lighten all you. I will light up all you because you see at the end of the day, it's nonsense, boy.
Obi, I must tell my good evenings. I know you can go for next hour.
Listen.
You can stay for the next hour. I must say good evening to the listeners and thank you all for tuning in on the wrap-up show. We will be back here tomorrow. Obi and Heavy will be on the 9 to 12 hour. The ground report will be here. The whole lineup is here tomorrow. Be safe. Do not drink. Yes, be safe.
Pass and bring some food.
Do not. Well, like I said, a person's happy and I bring food for me. I should go into it.
Nah, me you want no P&M food.
We don't know who bring food, so we will get up.
Nah, trust me. UNC supporters have a glow.
If I Indian bring food for me,
I see the demon leaking out of P&M and them pause.
If I Indian bring food for me, I still wait. But it's them P&M Africans and you take no food from them.
Oh Lord.
Only have a safe night.
Kingsley,
please.
We still have 3 minutes, boy. What is your scene, boy?
3 minutes?
The show ain't wrap up yet.
Have a nice day. Obi could go and why once you're since 3 o'clock, I wait to go home and eat my lunch and relax myself. Thank you very much.
2 minutes still.
Tomorrow, but
the time may change on the board. Yeah, that I know we have time still.
Line up your
I see in 19 minutes 58 seconds.
Line up your within a music. Are you think?
Everything done line up already, bro.
Where's the name of it?
You need to get up.
Yeah.
Get out. That's why you want to get up and get out. You need to get
I want
up,
to
get
run.
out and get something. You want to go and get something. Let me only see. Let me only pass and see that ball head anywhere near that crazy. You get one big stone. Don't play going up there to light no candle.
Obi, me.
I hope the candle wax burn your hand.
But you will never see me there.
Listen.
Obi, me that passing there to compete. Me. I is a passing there.
Watch now. It's to make some big candle wax ball like long time.
Obi, no,
I
Obi.
just pass and paint it from my maxi. Callers, we was here. The big man wrapping up show with Kingsley and Obi. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. Enjoy the holiday tomorrow. Let's stay safe out there. Be productive citizens. Do not go online with that silly circus that is in the Quasi right now. Keeping that convenient vigil. We have more sense than that. So make a better version of all this South Trinidad and Tobago. And remember, you cannot become a first world nation with a P&M third world mentality. We was here. Later, people.
When the headlines settle, when the noise dies down, there's only one place to wrap up the day. Introducing